lost track of time. It's been a 3-day weekend. It's been a lot. So I forgot how time works, but we're gonna jump into it. I'm still resolving to get everybody back starting in under 10 minutes. So I will introduce the heroes real fast. We let people suggest questions in the Discord, and the first question we had was, "What character would your character be from How to Train Your Dragon?" Fortunately, we hit a roadblock on the some of the people in here not knowing that movie, including me. So I'm going to change it up and honor that question. Basically, I would like everybody to pick their what fictional monster they think would best their character would choose to be if they could. Yeah, so I'm throwing a roadblock or a curveball. And let's start this. Introduce yourself, your character. Let's start with Jen.
Oh, great. I was thinking about it too. I was like, son of a. Okay. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Jen. I play Krarin, the Wood Elf Monk Papow, uncle
Mhm.
to Arcades and Ismene. I was thinking about dragons, and there was like this goofy ass dragon that can pack a punch. And something that I was Googling up had said something about um some black ops, something else or other. I don't know what that is, but I guess there's a dragon in Black Ops. I guess that's
A
like a
dragon
goofy one that can like punch
in
stuff.
Black
I don't
Ops.
know. That's what I read on Google.
Okay,
Google
we're
never
gonna take
lies.
this.
So if that's the case, or if the audience has something they could suggest, yeah, a goofy one that can pack a punch.
All right, there we go. And then I also rolled for Tammy.
Hi, I'm Tammy. I play Kiki, the Triton Barbarian fighter, multi-class. Yes, I wanted to say Warlock for some reason. I don't know why. I'm thinking of you, Allie, apparently.
Hmm?
Because we're cool.
And I guess
Warlocks are
so.
cool.
I got a couple spells. I barely get a chance to use them, so I guess I am a bit jealous. um, what's our question again?
What fantasy creature would your character want to be if they could be one?
Right. So, this is how I play Zelda.
Mhm.
I'm like, whoa, squirreling. I guess because I've been having my pinchy pinches a lot when I have my rage, and I recently got turned into a crab, I would say I'd be some sort of monster crab that just wants to smash everything.
That's fair. That's
Or the one
fair.
from Moana.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Yes.
they have to be shiny, of course.
the
Tamatoa. I know his
warlocks.
name.
Warlocks, the trust fund kids of the magic world. Okay, I went. Allie.
Hi, I'm Allie, and my character is Callista. And she is a satyr bard warlock multiclass. And I mean, I feel like saying that she would be a satyr is kind of cheating, but
Yes, it would be.
not satyr answer. Maybe a unicorn,
Ooh.
but
I'm gonna,
like,
I'm
but
gonna
like
throw you. I'm
the
gonna throw you
last
another
unicorn
curveball then.
level type of.
I feel like I want to throw you a curveball and say, since you brought up the satyr thing, I'm gonna say fantasy by Callista standards. Um.
An
But
accountant.
okay, good. And Reed.
All right, I'm Reed. I play the human wizard Euphemian, and I'm just mythological creature. I just want to be a happy 30-year-old.
Mhm.
you know, but answering the actual question, let's. I'm very hard pressed not to say basilisk, just because
Yeah.
Fair enough. Um. And so let me see. I got to summarize where we were, get us all caught up. So I'm posting announcements because I forgot to post some announcements on some of the social media channels. So our heroes had gone to the island of the dragon to face Hexia, the estranged adopted dragon family member of Kyra, Pythor, all of them, I suppose. And that
The
did not go
neighborhood
well.
kid that always just hangs around, even though they're maybe not wanted.
Fair. fair, and they ended up in a battle. They slayed a dragon, which I think is the second time I've done that in one of my games. This group has never done the other one, so there we go. And then what was it? The third, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Slayed the dragon. They saved Kiki's mother, Ophia, and liberated this island. They now have a new path. They can go anywhere they want. They can explore anywhere they want. And their goal is to both resolve their personal trials and also find a way to protect the island, the continent of Thylia, from the end of days when the Titans Sidon and Lutheria will presumably come calling. And as I race to get my mind together, I guess we are good to go. Reed, did you want to make any announcements or anything? Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, that's a very important thing.
Sorry, GamerBot is just saying something about how you can't hear you.
Another dicks. That is definitely going to be one of the hags in my next horror campaign. I am Mother Dicks.
That's one of his cleaner ones.
Yes.
Merch store. Streamlabs.com/rollforbull/merch. 2. Change of time. We will be starting our streams an hour earlier from here on out because we're having troubles balancing this time. So we're trying to do something a little bit earlier to make it a little easier for us.
Yeah. That definitely deserves dwelling on. We're going to definitely put that up in the Discord, and we'll talk about it more on our social media channels. Want to give everybody a heads up. Thank you for bringing that up, Reed. I am still not awake. Yeah, we've had to change our schedule. We did 7 to 10. That schedule was started to accommodate me and my previous job. Then I changed jobs, and then 6 to 10 accommodates other members of the group more easily. And sort of as we've gone back and forth, we've reevaluated everything, and we realized that if we do 6 to 9 consistently, then we can pretty much have as few interruptions as possible. Kind of just this one rip of the Band-Aid new schedule, and then that should be as few.
Everyone's satisfied.
Yes. I'm seeing the 69 jokes, and I'm just trying to get the news out there because I'm like I gotta push through because it's a vital news.
Nice.
But yeah, everybody keep that in mind. We apologize for any trouble this causes, but we hope that everyone takes note of it. And
69, everybody. Y'all gotta love it.
We'll probably make a note about it after we come back from break as well, just because it is important.
Thank you. I love each of you. We have 23 days left until the final battle, which I am already working with other DMs to fine tune and test and make sure, because it is a wallop.
That sounds ominous, no joke.
There is a section in the book that specifically notes that it is meant to make sure. It says when there's like a lot of different factors to how the final encounter can go, and it is like a huge whole chapter for different things. And there's a whole section that's like, if this fires off, you will end the campaign with losing characters. And I'm like, okay, well then. So I've been looking that over because I don't want to do that unnecessarily. So
make a backup character. Gotcha.
Now's a good time to remind everybody in the chat that you can spend bacon points to give the heroes boosts. I believe, show of hands, who's ready to begin? All right, that is 4, 5, 6 people ready to begin with only 4 people present. So bonus points. Okay. So yeah, let's get this party
Let the party started.
You guys are on the island of the dragon. You are in the lair of Hexia. You have just slain the dragon Hexia, and there is a cavern of treasure. I did describe it in the private chat as being
plunder and booty.
That's what she said.
Euphemia already did that, and we're going to I listed all the treasure, but it is an immense thing. It's I listed it. What is it? It's canonically it's at the bottom of the pool, and I just for ease of role playing the transportation of it, I'm putting it in a cave. But there is nothing else in that cavern. Otherwise, you guys will have to role play lifting everything out of there, and I'm like, no, it's just pretty. Just let it go.
I was gonna say, I think enough of us can swim very easily that it probably wouldn't even be a big deal. It would just take a while.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay,
Oh, okay.
let's call this a long rest. So, you guys, this ends, and you guys have Chandris with you, Ophia, Kiki's mother, and I think that's it. Is there anything that you guys would like to do to start this session?
Remind me, I think I talked to my auntie already on the sending stone. Okay, then that's all I need to do. Come strolling back with the party. Hey, you dudes.
We have we already sort of brutalized Hexia's corpse for consumables?
What would be the consumables you'd want out of this?
I was hoping to get some dragon claws as a sacrifice to the titans and gods.
Okay. That
What a
sounds...
sacrifice! We just killed your friend.
Well, is this the first Titan neutral enemy that we've really really defeated?
I think so. I think it might be the first one to have absolutely no investment in the Titans. I mean, the Minotaur back at the Necropolis?
That's fair.
Yeah.
But what's not sacrifice worthy?
I got a little bit of his hide on my stick.
Is a Minotaur sacrifice worthy? Let's ask Bullbug when you get back.
Oh.
You met Bullbug as a worthy sacrifice. That was the context of... Wow. The disrespect. Either to Bullbug or my storytelling. I can't decide which.
He's not here right now. He doesn't need to know about any of this conversation. It's above the tabletop.
To be fair, it was a evil skeleton Minotaur, not just your garden variety Minotaur.
That's right.
That's fair.
I think Arcades has a braided lock of Graxus's beard in his little
bundle
bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course, Ismene is now in that.
That's true. So I guess Ismene has it. That works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dragon claws. I mean, I don't know.
Do we need anything for crafting magic items? When we check that. Let's see.
I thought it was just chimera stuff.
I was gonna say I need chimera stuff for the one thing I want to make.
I almost want to. I wish that we had cell phones in Thalia, because then I'd like to take a selfie with the head and then send that off to my auntie, but I can't. So
incredible. So we need dragon scales for dragon scale mail if we want that.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it on the list of things here.
Okay, that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it would hurt to take it.
Yeah.
Dragon scale mail, is that just scale mail with dragon? Is it... As far as the actual item, just to maybe get some clarification as far as
I don't actually know offhand. Let's see.
Oh, here. Dragon scale mail item. Green. Armor class 14. You gain a +1 bonus to AC. You have advantage on saving throws against the frightful presence and breath weapons of dragons. And you have
Nice.
resistance to poison damage.
This would need to be crafted at the forge and would take a while to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay. Yeah, the benefit of it is that it does give you resistance to poison, and then against fright. Yeah. Also against breath weapons of dragons. I mean, if you're ever going to see a dragon again, this
Yeah, if we wanted to hunt green dragons, it would be helpful.
They put items in these games that are like, oh, that's cool to think about conceptually, but if you ever think about it working into lore, it's like a dragon armor that helps you hunt the exact same type of dragon you clearly already know how to kill. That's a niche item.
That's a collector's item. That's what it is.
Yeah. That's the Reeboks of magical items. Okay. So what else would anybody like to collect here?
I just wrote Hexia bits, so what I guess I'll grab some scales, maybe a tooth, maybe a claw, and
You know
maybe
what?
some blood.
You know what? I like what Tammy's going on here. Why don't we write down that you guys took Hexia's bits, and we can
Baubles
come
and
back
bits?
to yeah, baubles and bits, and we can come back to what that means.
She's a
Or,
girl dragon. She doesn't have baubles and bits.
Is
Just-
baubles and bits?
Are dragons reptiles though? Because I feel like they
They
might be
are according to
reptiles.
Tumblr. They got him according to Tumblr. It's called. Never mind. I'm gonna do a whole bit. I'm not gonna do it.
Y'all,
the
I
point
can't
is-
find what we need for the fancy magic items, but
What fancy
I'm
magic
guessing
items
it's
are you
not
looking for
dragon.
specifically?
there were like 2 items that we could use to like add the star thing.
Well,
It was
you tell
not on the
me
regular list.
the things that you're trying to make with Tammy's thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's the star medal that was her star, which was her luck
Yeah,
sword,
yeah.
I believe, was
Mhm.
the one of them. That's not adamantine. That's the other one.
Yes, I just can't find
God rod?
where
You-
those
You can tell me what you're
things
looking for, and I can find it because I'm pulling it up right now. Now that
There
we
were
know.
2 items
Yes,
that you sent us separately.
I put them. I
God
put them in
rod.
the chat.
Thank you.
Mm.
Oh, there.
I can't tell you what they are because that's the whole reason I'm looking for them.
There we go.
Thank you. Okay.
They are a
yeah,
luck
I knew
blade, which is a sword that
adamantine
can.
got. I knew it.
The luck blade is a sword that can grant a wish, and the rod of lordly might is a million jokes that Jin will do completely, and I respect that. And
Oh, I've
also
started.
is incredibly powerful.
I want to look at it.
You did already start.
Everybody wants to see the God Rod.
Everybody has already
Oh my
seen the
God.
God
I was
Rod.
about to
except
say
for
pretty much everybody
Cray.
has. Read you
Sure.
slut.
This is the best
Flash
session ever,
affection.
guys. That's what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Buttons. It's got buttons. Man, it's all weapons.
Yeah, this is Tammy's call for this part, but
Yeah.
because this is basically her item for her for finishing her campaign. So
I think she's the
to-
one person not here.
Yeah, so she gets to craft that.
Yeah, I don't know what I need. I already have awesome stuff. I'd have to really think about it, and I
Okay.
can't do it on the moment right now.
Yeah.
We also sent that star medal along to
Vulcan,
Vulcan,
on
so-
hold, on
Yeah.
pending.
because we didn't have the cash for it up till now.
Mm.
Reed, I have to
Uh.
say, you look friggin' terrifying when you lean back because you got the crab claws around you and you just look like a rat and monster. So you look amazing, is what I'm trying to say.
Intimidating
Yes.
aspect.
Showing
of
off your
crap.
God Rod.
So,
Not on Twitch.
is there anything else you guys want to figure out about the loot before we move ahead? Because some of the
All I
stuff, like
know-
this bookkeeping stuff, we can do between sessions, unless you like want to start crafting with it now. And then some of it, like I just want to figure. I want to make sure that we're prioritizing the right things.
yeah,
and
I
My
think we're.
nerdy bard ass heard that and went, "There's a loot."
There's no loot. You called me a liar.
Honestly, I mean, all I know is that Cray would like to have some pieces of jewelry to kind of like, you know why. But yeah, that's the only thing that I would think that Cray would want.
Mhm.
But other than that, I think all of this is just like off the table
Yeah,
bookkeeping.
I'll
We
just
can
divvy it
discuss
up
later.
separately.
Okay. Yeah, so we can keep that, divvy it up. Ophia has said that she's coming with you guys. I think
Is anyone like really hurt? Like, how's Ophia looking?
Ophia has. I mean, you can see her bar, right? It's a 20. It's about
Right.
a third. She's about a third of what she's at. She's missing
Okay.
about a little around 50 hits.
Okay. Then she's probably up.
Probably fine. Patria, the Amazonian warrior, is going to. I'll put you guys back on that map just for reference.
Yeah. I'm in no
she's gonna-
risk, but I'm at like 38 hit points.
Okay, well, if anyone wants healing, let me know.
He'll give up sexual healing.
This
Oh
group
my
is
god,
horny
it's
tonight.
coffee, I swear to God.
All right.
You know what?
Everyone,
I don't think Cray actually got
um,
hit because he was a crab the whole time.
The fight went sideways, is what happened.
anyone who wants
Crabs do
healing,
that.
I want to try something. So anyone who wants healing, just come get within. Where's my? Where?
Come in for
Hold on a moment. I need them to come be near me, but I need to. Something's wrong with my thing. Where's my spell?
What are you trying to do?
I have a spell that's not here now, and I don't know why it's not on my spell list. It's
Okay.
just gone. Hang on.
Cray will just jump down from the cliff, kind of hang out with Bib. I don't know how tall up Bib is, but hopefully he's come down a little bit.
He was well above where Hexia was. He was aiming down.
Okay, well then he's gonna go and hang out with Mr. I don't know, Derek or something.
It got unselected. Okay, it's back. Okay. Anyone who wants healing, come stand within 30 feet of me.
Chandras.
Yeah, I suppose Chandras will join in with that.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope. So everyone I heal will get max hit points possible from any healing I do. So Euphemian, Chandras, who else needs healing?
Ophia looks like she's
Ophia.
maybe...
Okay, I'll do you three.
Okay.
Cray's doing like inverted push-ups against the cliff wall.
So Chandras can have 13.
What are
hit
you
points
doing?
left.
What are you, I don't know what
I'm
ability.
so sorry. Okay, so I cast Beacon of Hope.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone I heal gets max healing. And then
Okay.
I'm going to give Chandras and Euphemian each level 1 Cure Wounds,
Mm-hmm.
which is 13 max.
Okay.
So each of you can have 13, and then Ophia can have 12, because I'll burn 2 of my healing light.
Okay. So Ophia Chandras gets what, 13 you said, and Ophia gets 12?
13. Ophia gets 12.
Okay. Okay. I just wasn't sure because you're like, I got a spell for this.
No,
What's the spell? And you're like, I got it. And I'm like,
I was so distracted by the fact that I removed it that I didn't do a great job. Okay. Sorry. Better.
Good. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, I think Patria will come up to each of you, the 5 of you, counting Chandras, and she'll say, "Thank you for what you did, for ending her terror, for giving this island us."
Feel a little sad for her in a sense, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
she's brutal, but it's not like she didn't get the help that she needed. She just
Yeah.
turned into an awful person. Awful because of it.
I don't know what you know about her. But people, things, and people that are monsters. They are what they do to others. And she hurt us. She was cruel.
Ben, your volume's fluctuating.
Thank you. She says she was the action she took upon us. She was cruel. She was a monster. You are welcome to mourn her.
I mean, I don't think I'd mourn her. I don't really know her. I just think it's just sad circumstances. But yeah, your choices are what make you. And her choices made her mad and made her cruel and awful.
You can feel sympathy for her. I'm going to go say a prayer for the people I've traveled with. And then Dark walks up to you and says, "We are indebted. It's noble that you want to show her compassion, but we have to repair. We have to rebuild. You're welcome to stay with us for the night if you'd like, if you need to rest. And as we said, any of this is yours. That pales in comparison to what you gave us today. So you can have that."
Are you guys gonna stay here?
And you see on his face, like it literally didn't occur to him that there was another option.
I mean, you could come with us. We got a big boat.
Do you like big boats? I can't lie.
And Patria says, "Where would you go now?"
Well, we are kind of on an epic quest. We have no set destination at the moment, I don't believe, but we do have some pressing things. Not anticipating going back to any major points of civilization in the near future, but I could imagine that our path would take us to Mitros eventually.
Yeah, I mean, it might not be as safe to come with us, but it will certainly be more fun.
She says, I don't want fun. I want to rest."
Do you see us? Look how fun we are. And I point to Chandras, who's probably, I don't know, scowling maybe. I don't know what he's doing.
Chandras goes, "I wouldn't describe them as fun. But in their way, you would probably be safe with them. Safer than you are here, at least."
That might be the nicest thing you've ever said about us.
Dark says, "Do you have room for all of us? There are dozens of us."
I think we do.
Yeah, what would our living situation be like on the Dragon?
You're gonna start getting crowded pretty soon. Like we're coming to. I don't. In a rare exception to my normal DM style, I think I'm going to decline to figure out exact numbers of what the ship capacity to hold. But I think it's reasonable to say that you guys are nearing double up on capacity here.
It's just the good ship Hilbert's Hotel.
Yeah, you guys have kind of like found family to every island that you've come across.
Not the Amazons.
Nope.
That's fair.
But point taken.
Yeah. What was it?
Well, we're not going to pressure you to come with us, so
I'm not
if you want to
certain
stay,
that we... Sorry, go ahead.
no, go for it.
I'm not certain that we can accommodate everybody, but certainly if anybody is of an urgent rush to get off this island, we could probably accommodate a few. Certainly send off notification that you are here, that someone might be able to come get you.
Dark says, if you could tell them, if you could spread word at Mitros or the other islands that we're here, we would appreciate it. We had hoped that that the king and queen would send for us. We don't know what happened, or we're not sure. And Ophia just breaks the silence and says, I don't think that they were gonna come. I don't fully understand what's happening here. And she looks at the five of you and says, but I wouldn't have counted on Valis or much less Acostus. You're
Is
muted.
fair.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I don't know why it didn't hear me. That's fair.
Ophia says, so, and Ophia looks at Kiki and goes, so, where are you going next?
Well, for the time being, we're trying to figure out something about Euphemian's past. We're trying to follow that lead right now.
Euphemian.
Yes. This handsome fella.
Euphemian,
Handsome.
Callista, Crayrin, you know Kiki, Chandras, of course.
Of course, Chandra's hi. And he says hello. And I think he does like this big flourish bow, and she goes, "Oh, you're nice." He goes, wow.
Uh-oh. Don't you bang my mom, Chandras.
You ever seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Anyway, so what was I gonna say?
Kiki's mom has got
it going on.
She survived over like 2 decades on her charm alone. I mean, what was I gonna say?
So, are she and Python still technically married then? Since she's still alive?
Are you asking in character?
Sure. Are you and Pythor still married since you're still alive technically?
I don't.
Because I think people just thought you were dead.
Because I don't know the rules on that. It wasn't an oath. It was more of a legal thing, so I'm not really sure. But I have to imagine that he moved on. He was always troubled. He had a lot of pain. I have to imagine that I hope for his own sake that he moved on. Yeah.
That's not awkward at all.
The rest of us are all like, la 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 la,
Yep.
la 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 la. Like none of us want to say a word. I'm surprised she didn't insight check any of us, honestly.
No, I was just lost in thought because I'm just thinking about the psychology of this woman is something I've been working on for a couple of weeks now, and I'm like, there's a lot to unpack here. A gamerbot, you asked what happened with the Amazonians. That was the island that went most batshit sideways, and one of the players, Callista, got turned into a statue and then teleported to another continent, and they took about a 6-day detour to fix that, and then they had to basically they lost a lot of time because a lot of shit went sideways, and they had to it was a whole deal.
You left them under an ally's control. We'll put it that way.
I think by the time they finished the island of the Amazons, it was less like we're done, and we're like, oh god, let's get to the next island. Was kind of the vibe. So Ophia is just going to say so. How do I put this? She's gonna say. So you said that you're with Kyra.
Yeah.
So, who's on the ship?
Well, I mean, do you want a list? Because we've got a lot of people on the ship right now. But as far as like gods and people you would know, I think it's just Kyra because Pythor is off doing his thing.
He's a
His
boar.
his boar thing. And Valis didn't want to come with us. And Vulcan's kind of crazy, but he's like doing some smithy work for us. Yeah.
Vulcan's been losing his mind for a while now. And she's okay. Well, I definitely would like to come with you.
I mean, the Versi's on board.
Yeah. Versi is technically Sidon's daughter, right?
Yeah, I've only met her a couple times, but it would be nice to see her. Can you just
I'm sure Kyra's really excited to see you.
Can you excuse me for a second though? And she's going to walk over to what was it? She's gonna walk over to the edge of the. You know, I'm gonna put some of the treasure in the. Yeah, let's just have some of the golden treasure at the bottom of the lake because she's going to take some of the. She's got like some of the jewels and stuff, which for loot's sake we're gonna fold into the inventory that I gave you. But she's wearing like these necklaces and stuff that like and jewels that were clearly part of this outfit, and she takes them off and she drops them on the floor. And she walks over to the lake and she just sort of breathes and then just dives into the water and is just gone for like a few seconds. And Chandra turns and says, "So is she splitting the earnings with us? Is that what happens now?"
I mean, I think she's more than earned as
2
much as she wants
decades.
of it.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. Seems
I think
remarkably
first-
bright. What was that?
I think she gets first dibs, and then we'll.
She seems remarkably bright. She's got a remarkably bright spirit.
Can I head
Mm.
over to Kiki?
Mhm.
And while this is all happening, I'm like, Kiki, there's been a lot that's been happening for you in this moment. How are you doing?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Chandra just goes, "Well said."
I don't know. You know what? I always like physical activity. You know that. If you think you need to spar again, just to get some like, energy
okay,
out,
Yeah.
we can spar.
Yeah, I thought you were going in a whole other direction about physical activity. I was going to say, sorry, dude, but yeah, no.
If that's where your mind
Ah.
is, Chandra says.
I'm okay.
Ooh, are you volunteering, Chandras?
If Kiki's stressed.
No,
I'm
no,
right here.
That's what Cray's saying. No, it's Cray.
Ophia,
Holy-
Ophia bursts out from the water.
Okay. I was debating
she's got-
following her.
I think she's got long blue hair, it's just like soaked right now, and she's just glistening. She comes out and she pulls it, and she's holding something in her hand, and she's like, "Somebody help me with this!" And
I will.
Oh yeah, I do too.
she hands you both. She holds up like barely this metal item. Both of you pull up. It's this golden harp, made of like finest strings and just beautiful, but just dripping. And she says, "Can you just put that on there and just, I don't know if one of you has any of that magic." And she pulls herself back up.
I kind of look at Cal and I'm like, Callista, I think this is more your thing.
Can I touch it? Does anyone mind if I play it?
Can you clean it, please? Can you is it okay if you just give it a moment, please?
Oh. Sorry.
Um
I thought that was the request.
No, if you can, I don't know if any of you have any magic to.
Do that. Prestidigitation.
Yeah. And you wipe it off, and she looks at it, and you see she's soaking, but it's not like this like swimsuit vibe. It's like she's wearing like this tunic cloak that clearly wasn't meant for it, and she's just like drenched in like everything, and she just walks over.
Clean clothes. I have clean clothes.
She goes, okay, yeah, yes,
Okay.
please.
Here, you can have this.
You have them on you?
Yeah, in my backpack. Yeah, I have clothes common and 2 sets of clothes costume, but I'm guessing she doesn't want clothes costume, so I'll give her my clothes common.
And
Wait,
she,
how tiny are you compared to her? Like, how tall is this woman?
Well, I don't
It's
know.
like
If she's
everything,
kind of similar in size to Kiki, we could probably make it work.
I say she's a few inches shorter than Kiki.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, then yeah, that's perfect. I'm about 3 inches shorter than Kiki.
Okay, so you pull out the outfit, and she just immediately just full disrobes completely, and just
There you go.
goes, thank you so much, and pulls this on, and John just goes, oh, okay. And
Can I insight check Chandras?
you don't need
You
to.
really need to.
Chandras is like, well, hello.
I'll just give him an eye. Like,
Roll an insight check. Roll an insight check.
Oh, ooh, I do. Insight on Chandi. 23.
This is an insight for everybody. Basically, for Chandra, you're seeing he's very amused and intrigued. We'll put it that way. For this is a family show. Ophia, I wanted to also put this.
Family.
Ophia's their websites. Ophia is basically she's somewhere between hasn't been around other humanoids in about 20 years and also frankly does not give a shit about decorum right now. She has been wearing the clothes that a dragon designated for her for like 2 decades now. She's going to change, and she's not going to ask for a dressing room, is kind of where her head is right now. So she's just like, okay, thank you. And she's like, puts this on and goes, oh, this is nice. Thanks. And John just goes, well, you're certainly bold. And she goes, shut up. And she just puts this on. And she goes, thanks. And she walks over and she looks at the harp, and she puts her hand on it and sort of rubs her hand across top of it like gently. Hey there. And reaches down and plucks a couple of the strings and then runs her fingers across it. And sort of just like feels like this, you can see this almost moment of peace wash over her right now. And she sort of stops and looks over at Kiki and says, Vulcan's good at what he does, even if he's losing his mind. And when Ixia she brought me to entertain her. So she let me bring the harp. And then when she found my stories more entertaining, she decided that the harp would be better served as a treasure. So it's just been down there. Preserved. Dragons. But down there. Callista, you can play it if you want. I've been wanting to try it for a while.
If it's yours, absolutely, you keep it. I thought you were asking if anyone had like magic that they could use with it, and it seems like maybe you do.
Oh no, I don't
No,
do
it's
magic. I just really liked playing it. I haven't played it in a while, and
we have a beautiful harp on board the boat too.
oh, you already have a harp.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I guess we have 2. She sounds a little lost for a moment.
We can play together.
dueling harps.
And Chandra's just says, we have space for that on board.
Just to be clear, we do have other dragons on board as well. That's not
Oh.
going to be a problem. They are quite young. It shouldn't be anything like Hexia at all.
Oh, they're my
Cutest
niece
little
and
babies.
nephew. Yes.
We do have one on board who doesn't really like us very much, but yeah, he's tiny.
Listen,
Keep
I've
an
been
eye on it.
trying to go talk to it. Still don't know its name, but it's a work in progress.
She goes, that's not a problem for me. That's not a problem for me. I am curious to meet the crew that you've amassed. And what did you say you're doing again?
We're trying to save the Oath of Peace.
That's right.
Save and try. I mean, it's all arbitrary. I mean, we're doing our best. Let's just put it that way.
We're trying to help people as much as we can in a way that results in the least loss of life possible.
Well, you helped out here pretty nicely. So I have to imagine you're doing well everywhere else too.
Oh God, I hope so.
Can we sacrifice real quick, y'all?
Oh yeah. We should probably do that.
Can I
You
take
won't.
Taxia's tongue and do that? Because you know what? She was so mean to everybody and incredibly cruel. Now that it's gone, maybe we can be like,
I feel
Hi,
like
Fatima.
maybe we can do like a little bit to everybody, but then maybe like if we have to if we want to pick somebody, like maybe Pythor would be a good primary.
Do we even
candidate.
know if anything that we're doing as a sacrifice to Pythor is actually working?
I mean, it can still be symbolic.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. If you think about it, how would you feel to be like, hey, this is my ex-girlfriend's tongue or something? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little awkward if we dedicate it to Valis and then he comes back and it turns out he knew.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, we can just, you know what? Let's just dedicate it to each one of them.
Yeah, we'll just do a broad sacrifice, and that way it doesn't have to be
I mean,
anything
Lutheria's
weird.
Sacrifice to y'all. Cardinal.
Lutheria is going to be thrilled.
This is to all 5 gods and 2 titans?
I believe so.
All
Can I
right.
Yep,
put,
all
a-
y'alls. To
if-
the all
if we're-
y'alls.
If we're doing say, I know we're doing it to all of them as a general, but is there some way for me to put a dick in the one we're going to give to Lutheria? I don't know
Do you want to
how.
sacrifice? I don't know
I don't-
how you would, because Hexia doesn't have a dick.
Carve one in the piece of meat we're going to get or something. I don't know, whatever. Anyways.
If
You just
you
want to
do
make
that,
sure that you're
I want to see
disrespectful.
how Saunders reacts.
You can do that if you like. You can very certainly try.
I do not want to be associated with this sacrifice.
I don't either. I'm gonna say Cray. Come on.
Fine, dicks for later.
That's what she said.
You can make your own dick sacrifice on your own time.
Fine. He's like a little kid at the back, scuffing his foot.
I see Allie's hamster wheels really turning here.
This happened in the last game I played too, where I'm trying to find the gag, and I can't get it. I can't get there fast enough.
That's
So,
what he said.
okay, show of hands. Who's up for sacrificing to all of them equally as is? Okay. You guys can do that.
Alice. So
Chandris would
hesitant.
join you.
I would one of my gold coins on the pile for Pythor so that he has just a little more.
If you guys are putting gold coins, I need you to type in the amount you're doing. We don't need to haggle over
Oh,
it too much,
I
but yeah.
will put a gold coin
Okay.
along with the dragon stuff so that Pythor has slightly more than everyone else if no one's going to stop me.
I'm gonna fast forward. We're gonna call this a short rest of the sacrifice, because I think that the people of this island are gonna join you. Basically, they're gonna be very excited to join in this and help sacrifice and pay homage as well, because salvation came That's nice. They're of the impression that either it's the stars or the gods. You guys are some destiny shit happening over here is basically their stance. Chandras will join you, paying homage to everybody. Ophia is going to take some of Hexia's meat and go somewhere else and have her own little private offering ceremony by herself.
I want to so bad.
You want to what?
I want to go spy on her so bad. Okay, I'm not gonna respect Kiki's mom's privacy.
I'm not going to stop you if you want to. It's up to you.
Lose my limb. No,
What would Cal do?
She's been under surveillance for 20 years. I can give her a little privacy.
But after that, that's it. All eyes on her.
Oh yeah, once she's on the boat.
15 minutes of privacy. Okay, you guys do this. You can take your short rests. This is, these are heard, and I will come back to them later. Ophia joins each of you, and Derek will explain to you as well that he and Patria and the others want to basically stay and rebuild. They would very much appreciate it if you sent some notice and basically got some info out there that they're here and they could, use like support or something, but they don't want to like join on an adventure right now. They kind of want to be a not occupied island. That sounds great. So at this point, what do you guys want to do?
Well, if that's one of the things, I will take my short rest. I will use my font of magic, whatever it's called, to recover a spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
Arcane recovery.
Anyone who uses hit dice to regain hit points, add a d6 for my Song of Rest.
And I'm going to recover a 3rd level spell slot, as well as a 2nd, which should take me up to my limit. And I'm going to use that 3rd level slot to cast Sending. Just to basically quick sending message to somebody in the academy that I can trust to get the message out.
About this island?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's people here. We need to organize a rescue attempt. Dragon's dead. Should be safe.
You'll get a message back from one of them saying, we'll verify with our diviners and look into this immediately. Thank you. A dragon? And what was I going to say? Let's come back to someone mentioned before this session about fame.
Mm-hmm.
This seems like a good time to mention that. You guys were at 8 before. What's up?
Oh, I'm singing. I'm sorry. I forgot I was not muted.
Our
That's
bard,
fine.
ladies and gentlemen. A bard through and through.
I can't find the section on fame the way that they do it in this. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me look up how they do fame in this, and we'll get you the exact amount you have. My apologies for the delay. I will get you the number. I don't have it right now. Yeah. You have that short rest. You're with the group right now. I think maybe I'm a little thrown, but did you guys want to go back to the ship?
Before doing so, I would like to maybe summon Starlight, check up on her.
Yeah.
And essentially check how she's doing. If I can help her get, I don't know, situated, clean any wounds kind of thing. however it works. And then basically like introduce her to mom.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if she's okay, maybe while they're doing their short rest, like I could take her up for a little spin just to kind of do another quick or maybe a slower perusal of the island to see if there was anything else that looks like of interest. Because I think I did it just very little, knowing we had the dragon there, or I didn't want to risk it too much.
Mm-hmm.
Just depending how she is.
What was it? I'm gonna change how I communicate with Starlight because I don't think it's doing the thing that I want it to do narratively. But I will say when Starlight returns, you see that she is injured. She is cut, slashed by the dragon. But also you see that her wounds are already less than they were before. And she is healing and recovering. And I'm going to say that as long as Starlight has a short rest where she's truly safe and able to have, like, be calm of spirit, a deliberately vague term, she will be able to fully heal.
Mm-hmm.
You do not need to use healing on her. And I say calm of spirit because if you guys are, like, hiding behind enemy lines for an hour, she will not heal.
Well, yeah.
But, yeah. But she would be glad to take you, and Starlight is loyal to you and trusts you, and if you would like to explore the island, then they would like to see it with you. And if as you climb on and they just fly, and you see this huge island. However, there is a picture of the dragon comb, actually, ironically. As you move across the island, you see that much of it is just is mostly just like some camps that have been built and abandoned over and over again across the island, because as the elves and other prisoners of the island have tried to find sanctuary, have had it for about a day and have moved on. Most of it is barren. A lot of it is still and empty. You hear very little of animals because very few were still here, and those that were here left whenever they got their minds back. The island will take some time to heal. As you're flying past, you see on the other side of the beach, the island you came from, a sandy pink beach, a weird jagged rock formation near the shore. As you fly down close, you see a strange symbol has been carved into a large rock facing the main island. It looks like some bestial face, and around it, 8 winding arms. Near this, it's unlike anything else on the island. But other than that, you see the layer that Hexia had here. And it's a place almost uncomfortably peaceful in that it is the absence of any life or activity at the moment. But are you okay to return?
Mm-hmm.
You and Starlight can travel together and explore places like this. And there's a peace in that. And she returns and lands and gracefully allows you to disembark.
I will right away head to Callista, and I'm going to describe to her what it is that I saw so that she could jot it down, draw it before I forget any of the details. And then we can concentrate on discussing what that might be. I don't know if it is essentially because of a Medusa. Either way, whatever, that's what I saw. And just give her a little Cole's Notes version of abandoned camps all over the island. You're muted, sweetie.
Thank you. All right. Under that, I will write. When Kiki says Medusa, I'll write Medusa ? Statues, and then I'm just gonna say, at some point, we should probably figure out how to get these people back to Mitros. At least the statues.
Ophia says, I wanted to ask, I didn't know if you knew, they've been showing up for the past couple years now?
Mhm. Yeah, that was the whole thing that happened.
Okay, but what's the whole thing?
Hexia made a deal with the Lady of Coins to basically provide her with aid to take over the island of the Amazons in exchange for, and I'll like flip through my notes while I'm doing this.
Yeah, you catch her up, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just kind of like catch her up on like the Cliff's Notes version, just, you know.
Just, yeah, she was talking to somebody and helping them. I think she was... Because I think she said she was helping them and giving them information. She said that she was glad to help, but also she seemed impatient, and she mentioned speaking with her prey.
Oh dear.
I don't think that someone like Hexia has allies for that long.
That does make sense.
Well, if someone's dealing with Hexia, I'm sure they're going to get what's coming to them.
They may have already. Who knows?
Can we leave this island?
Mhm.
Show of hands, who is okay with leaving right now? Getting on board a ship.
Assuming we have the chance to, treasure yada yada yada, which I assume is in that, but
Yeah. I'm you can yada all the treasures. Yeah.
Another word for Godrod.
Which one? Yada?
Yada
Yada.
yada.
Fair. Before you get on the boat, which island do you want to set sail for next, given how this works?
Yeah, we were talking about that.
we had been talking about the Isle of Typhon.
Ooh, doggy.
That's what you
Yeah.
want to hear from me, DM.
I mean, this isn't anything new. I mean, it's from the list of difficult islands, and also it is a place where Fates didn't know about, and also the real Euphemian might be, and also I think I mentioned that it was what did I mention about the island?
Not a lot.
I don't remember. Just that Euphemian might be there.
Yeah.
And I think did I mention the why he might be on that island specifically? I think I
No?
briefly described the island. Okay.
I don't think
Don't
so.
think so.
Okay.
Just that he was there.
I'm not mentioning anything that's a bigger deal than you guys picked from the high shelf. Is my only reaction. So Typhon, show of hands, we're good? We all good? All right.
Yeah, not terrifying at all.
I
It'll be
mean, it was a good
fine.
idea until he said hot dog or whatever it was.
We're running out of islands that won't get that reaction from me.
Okay, that's something.
You guys get aboard the ship with Ophia. Patria and Derek offer you their gratitude, and you are always welcome here. And when they get back to Mitros, if they get back to Mitros, you may always consider them allies, them and their friends.
I would like to give each of them 100 gold from my stash for when they make it back to Mitros.
Patria will refuse flat out. Dark will accept.
I'm going to give Dark 200 and I'm going to say, take care of her, please.
Okay. Thank you. Take care of yourself.
Do my best.
We'll do the transporting the gold on the ship. I don't think that's fun for anybody.
Did we talk
I don't
about the
know how
fame
involved.
again? Did we end up talking about fame?
Yeah, I have ideas on the numbers of fame, and I know where
He's
the
gonna
number
get
is
back
right
to
now.
us. It's a TBD.
I now know the number, but I do not want to give it out until you guys are back on a place where that's relevant, unless it is important to you to be told now. All right. Tammy, you were the first one to ask. Is there a specific reason we'd feel more comfortable knowing before you got back to Mitros itself?
Oh, just because it's only been like 34 episodes or sessions since I last had that in my margin.
That's a
There was no real reason. It was just Tammy's curiosity and trying to have accurate note keeping.
Fair. So as you guys are putting the last of the treasures on the ship, Bullbug will look at all. Will come back. Welcome back, all of you. Oh, you did. He goes. You did it. You slayed a dragon. You slayed a dragon. And he looks at Callista. He goes, "That's my girl." Lifts you up because that's incredible. He kisses you on the forehead, sets you back down.
I'll offer him one of her claws as a souvenir.
He looks and goes, "Oh, this is incredible." He goes, "I don't know if it's in bad taste, but do you think that you could?" He like motions like his hand. He goes, "Do you think like a glove or something? Is that something people could do? What about your uncle or whoever?"
That would be
Grandpa?
so cool.
Yeah. Do you think you could make like
sure. I'm sure if you discussed with him and showed him what you had, he'd be willing to come up with some sort of scary thing.
Yeah. And he'll look at that. And he looks at walks away like it's this wonderful souvenir. Kyra comes over and goes, "So it's done?" How did it go?
About as well as one could expect, I suppose.
We have one more.
And she sees Ophia walking aboard, and she goes, "Ophie, hi!" And she walks over, and Ophia goes, "Hi," and like Kyra comes in for this hug, and Ophia just sort of pulls back, and Kyra goes, "Are you okay?" Ophia goes, "Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine, thank you." Kyra says, "I thought you were dead," and Ophia goes, "Why did you think that?" She goes, "Well, sometimes I hear people praying and I hadn't heard from you in a long time." And Ophia goes, "Huh. Well, I'm fine." And turns to you.
She's been a prisoner this whole time.
Kyra goes, "I was so worried," and Ophia goes, "I'm sure you were." And the harp is being brought on board. I'm going to say by some of the crew people and some of the warriors at the island. And Kyra goes, "Oh, your harp's okay." She goes, "Yeah, it's good." And Kyra says, "Oh, we have two harps. You guys can play together." She goes, "Yeah, we can. Is the other one yours?" And she goes, No, I didn't bring any instruments on board." Ophia just says, "Okay, well, glad you're here. It's good to see you again. How have you been?" Kyra says, "I'm all right. I'm okay." Ophia goes, "Good to catch up." Walks on board, passes by.
I'll go with her and show her basically like to a quiet spot, like where we've been bunking, but like that she can have her own little spot because clearly she hasn't been around people for a while. That was probably super awkward. Let's just get her. I'm going to try and get her situated with just having some space.
You so where do you want to do this below deck or above deck? You want her somewhere space by herself, but it's just for frame ref. I don't want you to get specific, but just generally above or below deck.
Below.
Okay. You're below deck and you're helping her like in the quarters, and as she's walking in the quarters, she's just saying a completely normal, regular, unchecked volume. She's like, you got a lot of people here. So has Kyra been helping out, carrying out on her end of holding up her side of whatever you guys are doing here?
She's basically just documenting what we're doing. Obviously, she's unable to really help.
Obviously.
She's unable to give us more details as to what this agreement is, and there's things that she can't tell us because of the oath and whatever. But she's just basically her and Cal are a thing, and she's just basically here to document. Seems weird.
Kiana, sweet.
Hmm.
It can be blinding to be near a god, and she puts her hand on your cheek and she says it can be blinding to be near a god, and it can overwhelm your judgment, but don't let them take advantage of you. Don't let them use you.
I haven't really encountered that. So much.
Reading that same exact face.
Yeah,
500 years to
complicated,
resolve this bullshit. They took the last 60 days. Come on now.
And she goes, if she wanted to help, she could have. Even if she wanted to help this way, she could have put herself. Why didn't she come onto the island?
Something with Hexia. Just, I don't know if she felt bad about what happened, or it's hard to get a good read on her at times. I don't know.
You have a really brave and kind heart. And I really am so glad to see that it's still so strong. I'm gonna get settled in.
I'll bring her to kind of, like I said, a corner that
Mm-hmm.
might be a little bit more out of the way from people,
Mm-hmm.
so that she can just have her privacy, and I'll show her where I am staying if she ever needs to.
I think she begins to yeah.
While this
I think she begins to settle. What's up?
Sorry, I'll let you go. I just want to poke in.
No, I was gonna. She's just gonna get settled down, and I think as soon as other people start to talk to her and greet her, she's like, "Oh hi," and she switches very friendly, catching up with them. You feel me? Do you want to do something?
Yeah, when Kiki sort of leads her mother below decks, I'd like to speak with Kyra.
Okay.
So,
Kyra.
did everyone just forget that they could scry? Is this what's happening? We've got a whole goddess of wisdom here, and we just neglected the fact that there was a whole person, a whole community of people on this island being tormented by this dragon?
Well, we didn't know there was a community of people.
Well, what kind of gods are you?
We're the kind of gods that are doing everything we can to put things right.
How long has Ophia been there? Nobody even thought to check in?
I don't know. Hexia's killed Pythor's partners over and over again. Honestly, it was selfish of him. I told him to stop dating people all the time. It got kind of gross, and I just had to check out of that. I had other things I needed to worry about. I needed to work on. I've been working with Versi. Valis, I can't speak for my sister, but Pythor's problems, you've seen him, he's a wreck. We've had to do a lot. I've been trying to been trying to support the Oracle and trying to basically become a goddess that watches over for these people and that inspires and helps this place to rebuild after everything that happened.
Well, I only hope that if something happens, I have better to expect than this sort of tender mercy. I'm going to walk off.
You know that I... And if anyone could see it, anyone else above deck that would look, you would probably see an expression on Kyra's face that none of you have seen before that can best be interpreted as one does not speak to a god that way.
You're right, one doesn't.
Oh.
What would everybody else like to do?
Just as Kiki is bringing her mom to like an off secluded area, I'd imagine maybe Cray and Folan were already there, like made it our gym because we thought it'd be like an out of the way place. And so
You heard me
when they
too, Allie?
so when they saw when like, you know, Cray's down there with Folan just like working out, and we're like, oh well, I guess we'll just move our stuff, and we'll just like move our dumbbells and bar weights, and they're basically just huge boulders that we're like found to like work out.
Crates and tools.
Yeah, crates and tools. We'll just like move them out of the way. We'll be like, sorry. Yeah, we thought, well, you know, it was a good workout space, but you know, we'll totally move. Yeah, we'll just, you know, we'll set up somewhere else, and if you want to, you know, work out with us one day, I mean, that's up to you. But
You saying this to who? To who? I'm sorry.
to Kiki's mom,
Kiki's
because
mom?
like
Yeah, I
we're
think
like moving this stuff out of the way because we're using it as our gym.
as you're getting all this stuff, I think at this point she'd be like, I have not been able to exercise or stretch in a very long time. I've been able to just do the basics. Other than that, I have been a decoration for a while, so this would be very good.
We can do like light stretching, you know, just kind of limber up a little bit, and then we can start working you out with like, you know, smaller weights and then get to bigger ones. Man, we'll get you so ripped.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look at them like, because I'm assuming this is happening as I'm walking with her.
Yeah,
I'm assuming,
absolutely.
dudes.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, yeah, I think that I never been one for getting ripped, but
Don't
be a
feel
nice change of pace.
obligated. Don't feel
No.
obligated.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Let's
Listen, I learned this new thing from Folan. It's called Pilates. It's
Pilates.
so good. It's
plates.
honestly
You've learned to use
awesome.
plates?
Yeah. Friggin' awesome.
Miss so much. Okay, yeah. Show me. Let's do this. What would do you have anything that would be a low tier weight, or even what would be like a medium weight thing that you would use? Would you have like actual training material here, or would you just have something you use in lieu of that?
It
Oh, just
probably would
use-
be our
yeah.
freaking food pantry items.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking like
Bags
a
of
can.
flour,
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, like a can.
I don't know if they
of-
had
No, I don't know if they have
cans,
cans, but like a bottle of wine would be great.
Yeah, I think she's gonna go in there and she's going to just
It's exercise.
I think
So
basically she's whatever you guys try and find. She's got to be able to lift about 15, 20 pounds easily and then just sort of tap out. And she's kind of like, you get the impression she's been doing errands around the island for Hexia for a while, but hasn't been able to train or anything. So she's not exactly like muscular at this point. She's kind of the anti-Kiki in this regard. But she would be able to, she would love to train with you, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Not
no,
her
that
wheelhouse.
isn't how you lift. Don't lift with your back. That's bad. Lift with your legs.
You didn't do it
work-
before, and that was 20 years ago, and I'm just
We'll
okay.
work. We'll work on it. I've got you.
Thank you. What's Callista doing?
I think Callista would be tuning Ophia's harp. So like while Euphemian and Kyra were having that conversation, I think she's like hanging close enough to be aware of it, but is very deliberately doing a task. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's an activity that I am definitely not eavesdropping on you while doing.
Yeah.
So just like going back and forth between the two harps, and just like I would assume you tighten it the same way you would like.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
This makes a note. This also makes a note. I think when I do this voice that goes, "Hi, how are you?" And you see Dessa over there. She's locked arms with Lorius.
Well, hello. Isn't the newly soul bonded? How are you guys
It
doing?
is. It is. We are newly soul bonded.
How's it treating?
And she goes, "We're doing well. How was the trip? How was the island?"
Terrifying, honestly. And I'll just keep going back and forth. And so here's the thing: there was like a massive dragon, and she was totally heartbroken. And I cannot tell you how long it has been. Out of character, I cannot tell you how long it has been since Callista got to deliver some hot goss.
Deliver the tea, baby.
This is like back at that like social circles in Alcades' mansion, just like, did you hear? Okay, so here's the thing though, because Kiki's dad, the god, was married to the new woman Ophia, who I don't know if you've seen her, but she's gorgeous. And
she is. No way.
And, okay, and so there was a dragon who apparently Kiki's dad also dated, and she kidnapped her, and we had to like fight her and kill her. Anyway, we got these really neat tales.
Oh my gosh, you killed her? That's a bummer.
Yeah, I know, it was really sad because honestly, like, I can't even imagine what it would be like to be the last of your kind and just feel completely abandoned. You know, just
yeah, I'd be so sad.
Anyway, so we tried to talk to her, and then she almost killed Euphemian, so we kind of had to immediately throw down. Anyway,
he's so nice.
You know, right? He wasn't even like being sassy. And we can do this for the next 30 minutes. I'm okay with it.
She listens and she goes, "Oh, I wanted to talk to you about something.
Oh, sure.
I know that I'm new here, so I don't want to like complain too much, but like, there's a room down there that's totally haunted."
Oh yeah, he's the worst. Don't go in there, Lorius. You let her go in there?
He goes, "I'm not going to tell her where she can and can't go. She's a free spirit." And Ness goes, "Oh," and they like nuzzle. And
okay, this is very adorable, but also like maybe warn your new bride. What is the name for like how do I? What are you to each other? How do I identify this?
And Lorius goes, "We're in love." And Nessa goes, "Yeah."
Okay.
Bondy and Bonder.
Yeah, you're just.
She goes, "Bond, just Bond." So she's
just
gonna
really all about that bondage.
She goes, "Well, I mean, he's really rude though. Have you talked to him?"
Yeah. Oh my god, he's the worst. Yeah, I would just stay out of that room because honestly, he's like kind of a monster, and he is just he's one of the original Dragonlords, and this was his ship, and he's the worst.
Who?
Oh, right, because you were on an island and you're like pretty young, so you wouldn't know. Um,
Oh, it's
okay, this is
okay.
taking a long time. Do you want the backstory, or do you just?
I don't like to do
Are you just
drama.
telling me?
I don't like to do drama.
What did
I
he
just
say?
want
What did he say when you went down there?
well, he told me that he knew that the people on my island were lonely, and he offered that he would help, and he offered that he said that he would help me to feel better and to be able to help my people. All I'd have to do is soul bond with him. So, you know, I
But
told
you
him that
did.
I told him that I was already with Lawrence, but I thought it was really sweet that he asked. He seemed really disappointed by that answer.
Yeah, don't soul bond with him. He's trying to trick you.
Oh, was that the bad vibes?
Those were the bad vibes.
Okay.
Tripping.
I feel like
Lord.
you should put like
going
a
to-
caution sign on that door.
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly what I was. I'm like, I'm gonna go find just like a plank of wood or something and just etch in there. Keep out.
that
Bad
song that song you enchanted that piece of paper to play endlessly
Oh my
to him
God.
read, is that only for him to hear, like, or does everybody else who goes in there hear that too?
You're
You're
muted.
muted.
Make sure you're not muted on.
Yeah, sorry, it just took me a second to unmute. Yes, that was for anybody, so it's totally audible to anybody who walks in.
Yeah, I don't think she would have registered that too much, but I do appreciate that.
this is the song that never
Yep.
ends.
Yep. That's what I was hearing in my head.
And what was I gonna say? I think
Esther.
Kyra is going to basically, when Kiki's is off by herself, Kyra's gonna show up, like sort of visit Kiki and go, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?"
Sure.
And she sort of sits down, makes her comfortable, and she goes, "You know that I'm on your side, right?"
As much as you're able to, I guess, yeah. I
What
mean,
do you
you said
mean?
you can't exactly help us or tell us everything yet, so you are limited.
Okay, but you know that I'm doing everything I can, right?
Yeah.
Has everyone felt like this?
I mean, you've told us yourself you can't exactly jump in and assist us all the time. You have to stay impartial as the bookkeeper, record taker, and obviously everything with the oath. And well, I don't know. That's
Kiana, do you trust me?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
I've been given no reason to doubt you.
Okay.
So what was all that with it feels weird to call her mom, but with Ophia, like, because she also said that like to watch yourself around a god because you could be easily blinded, like yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to talk with her. I haven't seen her basically my whole life.
No,
I
no,
don't know.
no. It's just she's
I just don't.
probably
There's shit that went on before. I just don't know.
no. Nothing went on with us before. We're fine. I think she's. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe it's just she hasn't been around people all that much. I
I
mean,
mean,
it
you have.
sounds like she's been having to wait hand and foot on Hexia pretty much the whole time, and
There's been a lot that we can't do or that we haven't been able to do, and I've had a lot that I've had to take care of, and it's just that she's probably mad that we didn't go help, but I can't keep cleaning up my brother's messes, and I can't. Valis has a kingdom to run, and she I get that she's mad that we weren't there. I think she should be mad at Pythor more than anything. Sorry, no offense. It's just we're doing our best. I'm doing my best, and I don't want you all to think that that's. I don't want you to doubt that. I don't doubt any of you.
so up until what? How long have we been together? A couple months by now, in
Yeah.
game.
Mhm.
Up until I met everybody here, I just assumed my mom was dead. Had no idea who the hell my father was. I was fine, or I thought, with all that. All of a sudden, I have a dad, I have a grandfather, I have this whole god-like family. My mom, apparently, well, I didn't know about what would have happened to her, but there was a possibility maybe she'd be alive. Maybe I might be able to find something. Turns out I find her.
You
I
did. You found her.
didn't
That was
know.
incredible.
I didn't know anything about her, like I said, until a couple months ago. But are you saying she's mad at you for not helping her? Are you saying that there would have been you knew she was still alive?
I didn't know she was still alive. I assumed that Pythor let something happen to her, and he's done that before, and I didn't hear from her at all.
Let something happen to her?
Hexia's been kidnapping his partners for a long time. The fact that he was not taking care of that is his own failing. I'm sorry, he frustrates me. But we've been trying, and I knew it happened, and I mourned her because I assumed she was gone.
Did he ever try to find out about her or to find her? Or did he just give up right away?
I'm glad you were able to help him to drink less.
Not exactly what I asked.
He's had a lot of problems on his own, and he's been a little bit of a wreck. And I think your mom, I think was the last one that he tried to be with before he just gave up altogether. But I think that whenever she was taken, he did just give up. He's wanted her back, but I think that his spirit was broken. And I'm sorry about that. I think that the fight went out of him for a while. I wanted to be the cool aunt. Your your parents, gods, are gonna fail and fall short sometimes. But I like to think that we can still hold to each other.
Oh, yeah, you're still cool.
Well, yeah, that's
But
true.
I just can't imagine. I don't know. I can't imagine how he just give up on her. It's a lot.
He's got a lot of burdens, and I really want to talk about all of this someday. You did something amazing today. You do things amazing things almost every day. I'm gonna write down the story of what I think happened, and based on what everybody said. And if you want to fact check it later, and maybe if you want to add a couple more punches. Okay, I can't fudge what happened, but like I can write an alternate version where you're even more amazing.
No, it's all mostly Euphemian. He
Were there
turned
really that many
Cray in-
crabs? Yeah, were there really that many crabs?
It's one giant one. Cray was a giant crab for like most of the fight, and then all of a sudden I got turned into this crab, which was kind of cool because I mean I've had the,
Yeah.
but
But now you have the. Yeah.
yeah, and then I was a big,
Mhm.
but that was all Euphemian again, and he's the one who finally finished off Hexia. So, there was stuff going on that I couldn't even see because I ended up flying in and I was jumping on Hexia. So you'd have to get the details from him and from Callista. And oh, what a day!
That is. I'm gonna write this all down. She's just like writing it by hand because I'm gonna get caught up.
Off in the
But-
distance, you hear Folin and Cray going, "Check out this side crunch, man! We can get
Yeah.
Kiki's mom to do this."
Fullen would be so absolutely unbelievably excited for that.
You're gonna fucking get her to injure herself.
Fullen will just go. Pain's just weakness leaving the body. So
No pain, no gain, man.
no pain, no gain, man. So you're welcome. Told her.
Bam. Oh, we're supposed to do the okay.
It's not real if you don't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't do
Here.
a
Okay,
fireball, do you?
Okay, fireball, right? Yeah. Hey, we learned something new, man. This means F you and crab.
Dude.
Dude.
And
Dude,
as the ship sets
please.
off, that's where we'll go on our break for right now. We'll come back in about 15 minutes.
Oh my.
Ooh. Did not
Alright.
expect. Oh, are we off or are we still on?
No,
we're
we're
still
still
on.
on. That was awesome, though. Good RP, dudes.
That was interesting. I did not. I like the idea of Ophia. I told my wife about a week or 2 weeks ago that I like the idea of Ophia being someone who can walk up to a god and introduce herself as an atheist. And I didn't plan for all the conversation that concept would spread throughout the boat. And this is fun.
Quick note, mechanically speaking, we've had enough time for me to attune to the Boreal Harp, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weren't you already?
Sorry.
Oh, you weren't. Yeah.
Side note. Just
And
wanna-
Ophia's harp is just a genuinely nice harp. That's it.
But damn it, I thought it
Alright.
would be something cool. You
All right. Does anybody else have anything you want to say before we go back on our break?
guys are awesome.
All right, then I will take us out of here.
See you at the top of the hour. Bye. Do the dance. Okay. Hi. Welcome back to Roll for Bull. We are here. We see there's a few people in the audience. Hi. We're glad you're here. If you're following, feel free to give us a follow. Also, I think we've seen some new faces there. Don't want to put anybody on the spot, but just so you know, unlike a lot of actual plays, we love talking to our audience during the stream. If you have questions, comments, and I mean like questions. If you're new to D&D and want to know what the rules are, you can ask. Like we love discussing this game, so we're glad you're here. I think some of our longest viewers learn D&D through this. We're gonna resume. I think Reed had an announcement. I'm gonna cut him off.
Yeah, just one quick announcement. Just reminding everybody that we are going to be moving our live time from 7 to 10. Instead, now is going to be 6 till 9 p.m. And
Nice.
that's going to be going on as of next week.
6 to 9 Pacific.
Yes.
6 to 9 Pacific. Nice. So feel free to give that a follow, and yeah, we'll be able to do that.
Specifically?
Specifically.
Okay, that was real bad.
But you tried, and I appreciate that.
I don't.
Fair. Let me look up.
Euphemian won't take no guff tonight. From
Euphemian,
nobody.
Euphemian just was talk shit to a god. Euphemian's got brass.
Reed is highly caffeinated, and this may be maybe
Yeah, no.
rolling over a little bit.
He come back and be like, hey, listen, so I technically, if you want to get semantical, did a blasphemy. So I was wondering if we could talk, have a tete-a-tete about that.
It's a blasphemy if you do it to their face.
More so.
Okay, but he's gonna get in real good with his mother-in-law.
We've
Sorry,
been
I'm
dating
getting
like
ahead of
2
you guys.
weeks.
Yeah.
What was it? So, are we good to go? Show of hands, who's ready to begin? Everybody except for Tammy, who didn't raise her hand, so we'll just pause it for an hour. Good night, everybody.
I'm nodded.
I know. I'm just teasing. You wonderful soul. I apologize. So, so what was I gonna say? You guys are on the ship, and you are following to the Typhon, the mall, and I guess that'll be 3 days. Just checking in. I don't think the answer is yes, but just to clarify, do you want to do anything to make the ship go faster?
I don't think so.
We're gonna set sail as we head out.
Have we ever put a note of the fact that we can still do that with sacrifices to Sidon? I know that you said it's still the 3 days, but can we still sacrifice to Sidon to be able to speed things up, given that his
I think you'd have to do
godly
other
powers
things.
are piggy?
I think maybe you could try your luck with his
Powers.
kids. I think you could try his power with his kids, or you can use Callista's weather control. So yeah, you guys head off, sailing towards Typhon. And
I have a question.
yes,
Put you on the spot, Ben.
do it. Fucking do it. I dare you.
Who is... Fuck, what's her name?
I don't know.
My sister.
Honora.
Who's her mom, and what happened to her? Honora. Yeah.
I do not have a name for you offhand. I will get you a name. Her mother was Hexiad. Pretty final with finality. Her mother was Hexiad and did not have the Scheherazade gift to delay her
Okay.
delay her execution. So
Gotcha.
she was very definitively devoured by Hexia, unfortunately.
So is Honora older or younger than me?
older, just a couple years.
Ooh.
That's why she's
think-
running the city by you. Right?
Mm.
That felt like shade.
Like, that's literally how it works.
No, I know. No,
Well,
I
go ahead.
rationally I knew that, but in my head I was like, oh, so she's the mature one. Is what I'm hearing.
We did pull her panties, Kiki and I.
Yeah, that did
And
happen.
I'm also
Yeah, and they
128
prayed
years
for it.
old. So I'm supposed to be 128 years
Oh,
old. I
right,
spent
right.
100 years in the military.
Right.
So
okay.
my mom's only been
Sorry,
missing 20 years, but technically it should be more than that. Now this is just getting more
No,
complicated. So maybe I
you're
should
right, you're
rethink
right.
my age.
You're right. You're right. I had you in your 30s or 40s. You're right. Okay, we can adjust the timeline because I do want to get that right. Your mom. Okay. I do
Because
need
I
to
was
I do need to
3
readjust
when
the
she.
timeline.
Yeah, I was 3 when she got Hexia'd, and then I've had like 113 years in the military.
Okay, then the way to reconcile the timeline would have to be that Honora's mother was Pythor's last partner, and that your mother was one that he lost a long time ago. Because I've been writing this timeline.
Unless it's just a random fertilized
Trist.
egg that just
Trist.
yeah, and then
Okay.
she ended up being given to him because Mama didn't
Okay,
want
yeah.
nothing.
We can do that too. Yeah, that actually works too. That works too.
It's also
Let's go
called magic.
What? What is that?
Um,
Okay, this was just
No. I
Chummy
like your version better.
ruminations.
I like your version better because you're right. I've hecked up the timeline. I hecked it up.
Along with my mom's name, Ben. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not good at this.
Yes, you are. That's fine. There's just little details that I was wondering. So we can carry on now.
I genuinely forget how old everybody is in this group. You're a MILF. Okay, so anyway,
I think she's the only one who's got like real year. Well, I don't know. I think Callista's in her 60s, so I want more. I gotta double check. It's been a minute.
Sassy old lady.
age is a metaphor in tabletop games.
Peter's lived longer.
Cray is technically like mid to late 20s, but he's probably lived elf years, so
Yeah.
a long
I
time.
I thought you were older than Euphemian because Euphemian's the baby of the group.
Yeah, he definitely is.
If you know how old everybody is and how to reconcile the timeline, message me and you could win a cool rock.
Time is a weird soup.
Oh. Yeah, 64. That's what I put.
You're 64?
Yeah.
When I'm 64.
Who is your surgeon?
Satyrs live to be like several hundred years old, I think, because they're fey creatures.
In D&D. Okay. It is a cool rock. It has the word breathe on it, which is a great reminder. If you need to know the anxiety that I deal with, please know that I'm basically twirling this at all times.
I'm sorry to ask you these questions, Ben.
No.
calm down.
No. That's unrelated.
Okay.
Everybody forgets you at least once, Gamerbot. So, let's begin. We're heading out. Raise your hand if you are okay with going to nighttime of the first day on the 3-day trip. If your hand's down, I'm going to assume you want to do something. Euphemian's 22. Wow.
I'm robbing the cradle, man. Big time.
Right.
Pretty horrifically. It is nighttime. As the stars rise, Kyra is going to start using these like prestidigitation fairy lights, throw out colors in the air, and sort of announce that there's going to be the story of the this constellation and sort of gather people up. Is anybody, I suppose I should ask, not going? Oh, my heart. Okay. Ophia would definitely join you and want to hang out with you, and basically want to use that time to catch up. For the rest of you, Kyra starts after stalling for a few minutes for some reason. And then begins to tell this story. And she says, now, in the western sky at dusk, you can see the spear of Sidon. And it reminds me of a tale, Galamus, who's got an unfortunate role in Astoria Mitros. He swore to serve the king of Astoria long ago, not this one. And Galamus was lazy, brutish. He was a coward. He preyed on the weak. He was a bully. He was bitter and resentful, and he would pray to Sidon, asking if Sidon would transform him into the greatest warrior in Thylia. Then he would kill the very king that he vowed to serve. In answer to his prayer, Galamus was transformed a minotaur. He was incredibly bold with his power, rampaged through the palace, trampled and killed people. The king rallied his men, stabbed him 1,000 times. This on its own was a tragedy about a horrible man. He did a horrible thing. But his stories are passed down and changed and retold and their meanings regiven. This story mutated, gestated into a new tale that is told amongst different people sometimes at the start of the Great Games. And while history's lost what happened, I think Sidon is content to see the sacrifice made to him at each one of the games, however it's come to be. Stories can be sharper than any blade and dig deeper than any spear if you are not careful in the way that you tell them. So let's be mindful of that.
I want to hold Bulldog's hand and then do an insight check on how he's doing.
He is tired in an emotional sense. Like, this is an exhausting story to hear. When you look at him, he says, I didn't know where the story came from. I didn't know there was a story. I just knew there was a sacrifice. Sometimes I knew that sometimes there's sacrifice to be made, and that came about somehow.
Can I ask you a question? I don't think we ever talked about it. how did it end up being you?
Oh. Huh. Volunteered.
Of course you did.
Someone was going to have to go. Might as well be me. Besides, thought I might get lucky and find a way through. Hey.
Bonking with my horns.
I could say that I'll be sitting near them. I'll just kind of lean over. Totally would have had your ass.
Probably, but you'd have the scars to remember it too, at least. We should settle that sometime. Yeah.
I'll clap him on the back.
Yeah. Would have been something. And we'll fade out for the night if you guys would be okay with that. Jen, would you set us to day 22?
I would like to just say that at the end of Carver's little story, and after I clap Bulbug on the back, I'll get up and I was just gonna go find Euphemian and just say to him, I'm assuming are you hiding or do I find you easily enough?
I'm gonna. You know what? I do want you to have that, Tammy, but can I retcon for something from it?
Oh, yeah.
I want to say Euphemian with Ophia. Are you with Ophia?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ophia is just gonna find out what you're doing, and she's gonna basically say like, I do my prayers this time of night, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely. If you need to pray.
And she does, and she bows her head. And she gives thanks to two worshipful names. And she finishes her prayers and says, "Thank you. Who do you pray to?"
That's a very good question.
I think everyone should ask it.
I was raised under Lutheria for most of my childhood. It was always the five and the two, of course, but primarily Lutheria.
Yeah.
And then I moved to the mainland, and it sort of became day to day to do prayers to all the gods, but it seems like the longer you're with them, the more the shine falls off.
Yeah. That'll happen. And I prayed to the gods for a long time. Married one. And after I was taken away, I prayed for a couple decades longer. And I think sometimes it's you have to find for yourself who you're going to pray to. I think that I couldn't bring myself to pray to them anymore, but I still needed to feel like somebody was out there, you know. I know that we're supposed to pray to all seven. I can only do two.
It's not easy when you call out and know that there's nothing at the other end of the line. I've had
Worse
that.
when you know that. John?
I've had that conversation before.
It's worse when you know that there's someone, and that they don't care. I think the only thing worse than having no one is having someone that makes you feel like you have no one.
I think I've learned over the years it's more important to put your faith in the people around you when you can.
You all seem like good people. Did I offend any of you when I changed back on the island? Because it occurred to me about an hour after I got on the ship that that's not supposed to be a thing that you do. It's been a while.
We're pretty fast and loose when it comes to decorum around here, quite honestly.
All right.
I think you'll have to try significantly harder than that if you want to offend anybody here.
There's a satyr that asked me if I need anything. He seemed really nice. And people seem really loving here. But you have a I don't know if you have a rodent on the ship.
That's Harkus. We tolerate him.
What kind of crew are you looking to have?
Diverse. Employment equity.
I think when it comes down to it, we're looking just for people who are involved enough to want to make a difference. I don't think any two people here can say they have the same motivation. Not me, not Kiki, not Cray, not Callista. But I think our common goal is to make sure that as many people come out of this alive as possible. And so long as you're willing to put that at the forefront, your personal politics are up to you.
I don't know what my goal is right now. My goal has been to survive each day for a very, very long time. I've lost track of time. Sometimes it feels like a century. Sometimes it feels like 20 years. It's hard to keep track of. There you go, Tammy. And says, I don't know what my goal is, but I know that I'm glad to be with each of you and to get to see my daughter again. So I think my goal is just that for a little while. And she turns and goes, speaking of which, Tammy, we can bring you into the staff if you'd like.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, oh, hey, I was looking for you. Kyra did her story time, but I didn't see you.
Oh, how was it?
Confusing. It's like there's a whole bunch of mixed messages in these stories. It's not just a story, it's kind of like supposed to be some sort of parable and giving us a life lesson, but then at the same time it's like, oh, is it about you? Is it about us? Are we? I don't know. It was an interesting story. I didn't get it.
Yeah, that sounds confusing. Sorry about that. Is everything okay?
Oh, yeah. I was just about the story of the Minotaur having been massacred way back when, and now Sidon has taken it upon himself to have that at the opening of all the games. And it's a very kind of touchy subject to us because Bullbug, Callista's
The
other
Minotaur?
partner, yeah, the Minotaur.
This is other partner.
Oh yeah.
Well, good for her. Come on.
Yep. He's something else, but so we were obviously being the heroes. We were invited to the games and everything, and at the beginning, Sidon wanted us to open the games. We were to have a fight to the death, the Minotaur, and either myself or Cray, and we as a group refused to do that, and
Good for you.
so that's how he kind of became part of our group. So that's why the story a little confusing. Kind of should have been a trigger warning at the beginning of the story, but yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it. They have a lot of really confusing stories. I think that sometimes it feels like they
Mixed messages.
like the stories. I think they like telling the stories. I think Kyra cares more about being. Sometimes, even back then, it feels like she cared more about being the storyteller than what people heard. It can be difficult to tell stories like that, and usually she's very good. They're captivating. They pulled me in for a really long time. I learned a lot of my own storytelling techniques from her, which I suppose I should thank her for, because they helped.
I'm gonna obviously Tammy's gonna play Kiki as dumb. Like I'm sure she'd be happy to hear about that.
I might tell her some point, yeah. Do you want to sit with us?
I was just.
So wait, does she know about Euphemian and Kiki? I can't remember.
I
No,
don't
yeah.
think
She goes,
so.
do you want to? She goes, do you just want to sit with us? We're just talking.
I mean, I have nothing else. It's just I was looking for Euphemian to see and check in on our cuties and see how he's been doing and make sure he's okay. I brought a little bit of extra meat nibbles for him,
Oh,
and I got some nuts for Harkis. Oh yeah, we have a squirrel who's actually a dwarf or a halfling. I don't know.
No.
she
He
looks
can
at Euphemian.
a gnome. Yeah, yeah. If he appears in his gnome self, he's got no pants. It's kind of weird. His pants is his squirrel outfit.
Okay, I
We're an
really feel
interesting
like you should
bunch.
have told. I really feel like you should have told me that from the beginning. That should have been the thing
Oh.
you started with.
He's
Oh, and word
background
of a
noise
wa-
mostly.
There's a pantsless gnome on your ship.
No. When he's wearing his pants, he's a squirrel.
I'm not certain that clears anything up.
This is an odd group.
Yeah, we also have a Dragonlord ghost in the captain's quarters. I'm sure you probably heard of Esther Arkelander. You may want to steer clear of that room because he's
Esther's
an
here?
ass. Uh-huh.
I thought he was dead.
This is his boat. He's doing us a favor. But we've basically we won her we earned her favor to help us because we've got good intentions, whereas he's just an ass.
We still live
So you-
fair and square.
You work with
Mhm.
Esther and with Kyra.
Work with is a bit of an exaggeration on that one.
Okay.
We've
was
mostly
worried.
just told Esther to go fuck himself repeatedly in various volumes.
If I'm remembering the stories right, then that's good. That's correct.
I would strongly advise just stay out of the captain's quarters. It's more trouble than he's worth, quite honestly.
If the price of my freedom is not going into one room, that's fine. And she goes, okay, well, if the story time's over, I'm gonna go up and play music for a little bit, if that's okay.
By all means. I'm sure Callista's looking forward to having a chance to duet with someone. If you're willing.
Absolutely. And she'll head upstairs. Do you two want to have a scene or do anything together, or?
What do you think?
I was just gonna say that when she leaves, like, I'm gonna, like... That is weird. I know she's my mom. I don't know how to be with her, like, how to talk to her. Like, I've always had, like, all these questions, and, I've always often thought, hey, if I ever saw her, I'm gonna, chit-chat. And I was like, I don't even know how to approach her. Oh, what a day.
I would imagine, if it's any consolation, I suspect that she's as discombobulated as you are. I don't imagine that she's ever expected that it would be likely that you would come along and save her 20 some odd years later. Feels like 100.
Time's weird.
She mentioned something to me earlier when we got on the ship, and I figured I'd probably, like, set her up as a room away from people. She probably hadn't been around or didn't want to be around people too much. We're getting quite crowded here.
You
But
kept her away from Cray and Folan, didn't you? God's sake, they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna try to recruit her into their exercise cult.
they did try that, yes, because as I was walking by, they decided to, like, show off and, puff up their muscles and, like, hey man, I can move my shit here for you. Join us, bro. Ugh.
I'm going to replace
I
that
don't know
protein powder with a laxative.
Oh. What, Ellie?
Do not make the horseman shit uncontrollably on our
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
No worries
Anyways.
about Cray. And Cray shit. It's all about the centaur shit. Okay.
Mhm.
You're little compared to him.
Ever seen a horse poop? Because absolutely not.
It's probably the size of Cray. I mean, come on, let's face it.
We're not.
You probably have bunny pebbles compared to...
I have very few boundaries, but we do not discuss bathroom stuff. That is regrettably one of the laws.
Cray was trying to talk about urination on a date. Why not?
We
Anyways.
No.
Cray was trying. Oh shit, I lost my train of thought of what I actually wanted to say.
There we go.
Yep.
They were trying to get your mom to join their exercise cult, and she was saying something to you.
Yes, she said something in regards to the gods. I don't know. It seemed like a cattail in front of you. Again, distracted. Holy shit, Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to make of her comment. And I'll mention it because I forget how you worded it. You worded it really well, Ben, but I'll mention that to Euphemian. And it's just like, and then Kyra had this conversation with me, and it's just, I feel like I'm missing a lot.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, you have to keep in mind, dear, that she is going to go through. She's been alone for however long she's been on that island, tormented. She's directly connected with the gods. She married one. She's in-laws with the rest. And nobody's done anything. You don't think that would shake someone's faith?
I suppose, yeah.
I have to admit, somewhat gave Kyra a bit of a reckoning this afternoon.
Uh-oh?
Nothing important, just... I can't justify why, with all the power that they have, that they could simply allow that to go on. That nobody even thought to cast a scrying spell. Valis has a whole army at her beck and call. I assume Pythor had something of Astoria. They couldn't even send a scout to be like, what's going on? Perhaps if this dragon keeps eating our loved ones, we should do something about that.
Yeah. And now at the same time, like, I'm feeling horrible that I thought she was dead. I thought she got eaten and mauled and killed by Hexia. And just until, a couple months ago, I've got this whole fucking family of gods. And I find out that she might potentially be alive. All this time I could have been trying to find her too.
I can't help but feel like, you know, when you purchase a snack at the concession, popcorn or something, and one falls to the floor. Oh well, there's plenty more where that came from. Don't trouble yourself, don't even give it a second thought once it's gone.
I'm surprised she's not as fucking loopy and off the edge as Pythor and even Vulcan. Or maybe she is. She'll get us in our sleep. Oh my god. What the hell?
Well, for what it's worth, it seems that she's turned to worshipping only the Titans. I don't think that's saying anything in particular, aside from the fact that she has lost her faith with the gods, but...
We told her Sidon was a pig too, right?
Did we?
Or
I
I
know
don't
we
know.
did Pythor. I don't remember if we did Sidon, but...
I don't think you did Sidon, yeah.
I think it's less about who she's worshipping, and frankly, I would imagine sending your prayers to your average rock is about as worthwhile. Certainly would have done about as much good as the gods did.
So are we doing the right thing with what we're trying to do now?
What we're trying to do is to save lives. The fact that Cairo and the gods benefit, I'm not opposed to it.
Why can't they just go in a fucking coliseum and hash it out? There's 7 of them.
Well, at least part of that, I would imagine, is because Lutheria is bugfuck crazy.
Well, it seems like everybody is, quite honestly.
Well, put Vulcan and Lutheria into a coliseum together, and whoever drives the other completely mad wins.
I mean,
the battle.
that's also genetics. It's in my fucking genes. I'll probably just end up as batshit crazy as the fucking lot of them.
I have to wonder, though. It's something that's been tickling the back of my brain for a little while. You, at least, are born with some level of a spark of divinity. I wonder if it would be possible to create a new god.
Are you saying you want to have a baby?
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
Somewhere
How
out
do
there,
you
Lori
mean?
starts making a scrapbook and doesn't even know why.
But I can't
How
help
do
but
you
feel,
mean?
well, if that spark of divinity were somehow encouraged, promoted, perhaps there's some magical enhancement that can be provided to it. I'm not talking about supplanting the gods or the titans, but it certainly seems like somebody could use some grounding here. That we need somebody who's willing to look out for the rest of us.
I mean, yeah, the rest of us sure do need it.
I'd volunteer myself, but quite honestly, I think the role of token megalomaniac is entirely taken. But I think it's something worth looking into.
That's a hell of a responsibility. There's no way I could do that on my own. It's a great idea. It's a lovely idea, but oh my gosh.
Hey guys, check out this card I made for Arcades.
Yes. I love this. I'm fine with bringing Crarit into this.
Check it out. And it's basically just a stick figure of like a dude with a spear.
Perfect.
A stick figure with a stick.
Yeah, basically. Stick figure with like a really narrow arrow.
Yeah.
And I'm giving it to Arcades. It's like, hey, Arcades, look, your uncle brought you a gift. What do you think?
Arcades, snapping back into characters, baby dragon. We'll look at this for a little bit and try to munch it before realizing that it's not a food.
No, it's a card.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Is it like an actual playing card, or is it like a
Oh,
stick?
yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant like he had like a stick figure. Okay.
No, like I tried to make him a card because he likes cards.
Oh, okay.
But
Sorry.
then Kraren's drawing ability is very limited.
Oh, when you said stick figure, I thought you literally made something out of sticks. No, okay, so it's on a card.
No,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Then if you look at that, he will look at that and sniff it for a minute, and then just like take it back to, I would say, a corner near where he sleeps, where there's like a few cards and a few scraps of paper, and he just puts that down there.
Oh, Uncle Cray is very, very proud.
Euphemian, you see in your mind this small little like 4 or 5 cards and paper, loose papers, but like sort of in a camera tilt perspective that makes it look like it's the top of a pile. And You would hear the words in your mind. It is mine.
Man, wouldn't it be great if I were a god of cards or something? I could just give him like cards all the time. Be friggin' cool.
You hear Euphemia in your mind. It is mine. Like that sort of forceful clarifying of a misconception when Craven says, "Wouldn't it be cool if I was the god of cards?"
It's entirely okay, just mentally. I don't think anyone else wants it.
Okay. But does he know that it's mine?
I do believe he gave it to you.
Okay. I trust you.
Oh.
One of these days I'm going to have to teach you card tricks, and you'll really be impressed.
And are we just seeing Euphemian kind of like nodding his head as he's talking?
Yeah.
I think
You
Kiki and I would
you
just like kind
okay?
of, yeah, Kiki and I would kind of look at each other and be like, he's probably talking to his baby.
Yeah, I think that you would get from you, when you say the card tricks, he would basically be like, I would like to learn magic.
I love him. He's so cute.
And what was I gonna say? Is there anything else that you guys want to do?
I was gonna go ahead and continue the conversation until Cray interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
So no, we're just gonna obviously. Cray's here now. He's doing his shenanigans, and Euphemian's got these weird twitches, which we're gonna learn that means he's communicating with our kitty.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it for me.
All right. Let's see. I guess we are going to the next day. We already turned the timer down. What's up, Allie?
I mean, it can be the next morning. It doesn't have to be.
Okay, good.
But, I would say while everybody's downstairs doing all this, I'm above deck. I've got Ismene in a little backpack that Euphemian made, and I'm literally just taking stuff that we found today, and I'm just holding it up in front of her to see, like, okay, emerald, jewelry.
Can't remember what she wanted for a hoard.
She did. I don't think she picked. She didn't like the cards.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't really like.
I was guessing food, but
I was getting the impression that it was the food as well.
Yeah, after.
Feels like the finest chefs everywhere. That's her hoard.
I think that if you, I think that if you bring the this to her, I think she would look at the emerald and she would try to like put her mouth on it, and then that wouldn't be successful. But then she would still drag it over.
The ultimate thing for Callista would be she wants to hoard instruments.
Yeah.
Need a place to put them. Well, he's still he's still like on my chest. So I'm doing this as I walk up to Kyra.
Yeah, so I think he'd basically be like, his reaction would basically be, this isn't food, but I will accept this gift, is basically his response.
Okay.
This is like a B. You get like a B for this gift.
Okay.
Is kind of where he is.
I don't
You meet Kyra. And you meet Kyra, and she goes, "Hi. How's the evening? How's the story?"
Well, I mean, the story was a little heavy, for obvious reasons. But I wanted to say thank you for taking care of Ismene.
Yeah, of course.
You did a great job. And also, I wanted to check in on you because Euphemian was kind of out of line earlier today.
He surprised me.
I mean, I think at some point we'd learn, but
I like that he's got a strong willpower, and he's not afraid to speak his mind, which is good, and he did that with Acostus, and it was hilarious, and he's done that with a few people, and it's always been good. I just hoped he'd remember that we're on the same side, that I'm on his side.
Yeah. I mean, and like, it's kind of unfair to expect you to like drop everything for every damsel in distress that Pythor puts in danger.
I want to help people, Callie. I do.
I mean, like, okay, I'm not going to say that this is comparable at all because we're not married or anything like that. We don't have children, but I wouldn't expect Pythor to come to my rescue if something happened to me. Like,
you know that I do what I can to help you, right? To save you?
Yeah, I mean, you've already done extraordinary things to save me. I never would have expected from anything. I mean, you guys are gods. You can't drop everything for every, mortal that is in trouble. Like, otherwise you'd run out of powers, and sometimes that's just a cost. Sometimes people die. But you can't be responsible for everything.
Maybe I should have run out of these powers a while ago.
What?
Maybe I should have run out of these powers a while ago.
I mean, I'm grateful you didn't.
I'm glad for that too. I wanted to make sure that I used them right. I mean, there's... And you see her like her mouth like almost catch, like she can't say what she's thinking. And then she's just... Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too. I'm sorry that I couldn't do a better job of holding up my end of our bargain.
You do a great job.
I'm supposed to make people forgive you. I feel like every person I meet is just...
You're not supposed to...
unreasonable.
You're not supposed to make people forgive me. I just want you to help me set things right.
Well, I mean, better late than never, right? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have been able to find her.
Things work in mysterious ways, I guess. If you see Femi, tell him I'm sorry. You seem...
I'm very practiced at telling people that you're sorry. More than happy to do it. That came out wrong.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I have a lot that I needed to...
I tell them that you're sorry.
No, it's fine.
People want to hear it from you. I mean, I'm happy to be an acolyte. I'm happy to... whatever I am. I'm happy
Callista?
to...
And she takes your hand and she looks you in the eyes, like total eye contact. She says, I want this to be over soon.
I mean, it's going to be over soon whether we want it to or not. I'm worried about you.
I'm worried about all of you.
Do you want to look at my notes? Oh.
Yes.
Sorry, I just figured, it was getting a little heavy.
No, absolutely no. We got to catch up. There's so much to discuss.
I didn't go unconscious at all during the battle, so I got everything.
That's fantastic. There are crabs. Or crab? There was
Okay.
one.
It's It looked like the same crab twice, but one time it was Cray and one time it was Kiki. Does that make sense? And then when it was Kiki, Chandris made her fly as a crab, flying giant on the back of a green dragon.
I have to write all of this down. And she starts just making all these notes.
Did you notice while you were watching Ismene if there was any indication of what she wants to hoard? I just can't figure it out.
She goes, I think she likes food, but she also just likes gifts, I think. I tried to give her things and she just sort of accepted them.
Okay. It's easy, I guess.
She ate a couple of them too. She ate a couple of them that weren't supposed to be eaten. I think she just likes
That's
gifts.
probably okay, right?
I mean, dragon digestion systems are powerful.
I would believe that.
They are. And I don't know. I'm trying to find. Well, I mean, we'll have to figure out what she doesn't want. She just seems to like things.
The cards.
Was there?
She didn't want the cards.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, dragons kind of have an instinct for if something is like they can sort of sense. They want their own identity.
Okay. I mean, I honestly was kind of hoping that she would pick the Minotaur card because I thought it would be really cute. But
It would be. Bulbug would be a good dragon daddy.
we're not going to talk about that right now. We're not going to talk about that right now. That's okay. We can talk about the notes. We can talk about the battle. That'd be great.
Okay. Then let's talk about that. Are you okay with fading out here, or do you want to talk?
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. We're not going to talk about.
I didn't even mean whatever you're going through right now.
No, I'm going through the I love you conversation in my head, actually.
Uh-huh.
So we're not going to talk about feelings and romance and families. That's what we're not going to do right now.
All right. So
I'm okay with the next.
We're gonna fade out. We're gonna start the next day. And we're gonna start the next day with Clotho calling down from the crow's nest early. Going, hey, Krarin!
Stop.
Did Callista play the music or make the ship go faster or anything?
No, she's been like sleeping downstairs. Why? What's up?
Fallen is just like, everything okay up there?
Oh.
And Clotho goes, yeah, it's just that I think we're there.
What? Hold on. And I'll just call down and be like, hey, we're there.
Fallen goes, sick. Gets in to go look, and great, when you look out on the island or look out on the ocean, you see a large, just a massive island with just almost more of a mountain than an island, cresting out, or not cresting, but just out of the water, that isn't where any of you expect it to be, isn't where the compass told you it would be, with looks like a city or a town built into the side with ships docked, and you see the birds flying around, and this whole mountainous island off only like 20 minutes away, and I'm going to put the image in the chat of the Odyssey group so that everybody can see it. The next island that you guys are facing.
Did I wake up the rest of the group with my
You absolutely
weird
can if you'd like to.
voice?
If you'd
Okay.
like to, yeah.
Oh, I don't sleep, so I heard you.
And as
Well,
you
when I said sleep, we all know what that meant.
No, I know what you mean. I just mean
No, I get it.
I don't need to be woken. I heard you.
and as you look out, Chandris goes, "Huh. Thought that was a myth." And you see Krarin and anybody else that's above deck emerging from the water. This tidal wave. Or not tidal wave, but this crashing, rising water. As the full figure of this thing emerges, and I will put it in the Odyssey Discord so y'all want to hold that up. The official campaign lore. And you see the head of this turtle emerge. And Chandris goes, "I'll be damned." And Kyra says, "Oh. The Great Mother, the Island Turtle. Year before time, and I get to see one." And we'll visit that at the start of next session. That's what we're in this one.
So good. I want to visit.
I have wanted to introduce the Island Turtle for so fucking long, and it has never narratively been the right time. A turtle so large that there is a city built into the side of it.
Have you seen snapping turtles actually emerge from like their burrows and stuff, and it looks like they have an actual island on their
Mhm.
shells? It's so fucking cool.
I haven't seen that. I'll have to look that up, or you send me some stuff on that. Yeah. A being so old and so elusive that Kyra is surprised and happy to see it. Thank you all for the session. I appreciate y'all. Those of you that are following, that are watching, please be sure to follow all that. We'll be back next week. New time, 6 p.m. New time, 6 p.m. If you're watching, type it in chat so we know. New time, 6 p.m. Herpetology brain losing its mind. Yambot, I hope it's fun for you. What I bring to this. I've also just enjoyed a completely new myth in the lore of this campaign, because this is not something I've talked about before.
I love it.
Anybody else have anything?
Oh yeah.
Got it.
It's a shell of a town, I'll tell you that much. So I was gonna say, I'm sorry. So you guys, anybody else have anything they want to say before we head out?
Next week, I believe you guys will be doing your new time, but having a fantastic one shot. Is it maybe?
Oh yeah, Jin's robbing a bank, so 4 of us are going to be running without her. Reed will be
Hey.
running a session. Reed,
I need
unmute.
money.
I'm unmuted.
Reed will be running a one shot for us. If you want to hear something about that, Reed.
Just said that obviously we're going to have to go ashore. But yes, I'm going to be doing a one-shot. We're going to try something a little bit different this time, and we're going to do 4E. So if you have not done Dungeons & Dragons before 5th Ed, this might be something interesting to check out for you.
Would you believe that there's a D&D that's nerdier than 5th edition? Because it's going to happen.
Well, I mean, we're not going back to 3.5.
3.5 was pretty nerdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hard edition.
Yeah.
That was great. Anyway,
Yes.
Looking forward to everybody. Hopefully you can make it at our new time. Hopefully you can make it for the one shot. And yeah, thanks so much for joining us all here tonight.
Hopefully, if I
Yeah.
rob that bank successfully, we will do whatever we want. We will see.
If we're all in 4K in 2 weeks, you know what happened. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you,
Good night.
everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.